I'm back here again for our video, and in this video I'm going to be doing a short Blu-ray update, but I'm also going to be talking a bit about, my job and just having a bit of a life update because I really don't have a whole lot to show off. I only have 3 Blu-rays and 2 DVDs to show off, so I thought I would just, show those off, but also talk a bit about my job and what I've been doing this past week. As you guys know, I originally started a new job at Robertson Marketing, which is where my mom works, and it's been going great. Of course, the first day that I was there, I was really nervous because I was doing something I've never done before. I was in a place I've never been to before, a warehouse job, and I was really nervous. But the person who trained me to do what I'm doing now, which is picking. His name is Bill, and my mom was the one who wanted him to train me because he knows how he is. He knows that he used to be a teacher, so she knows how patient he is. And I'm somebody that needs patience. Like if you're showing me how to do something, you have to be patient with me because I'm not going to get it the first time or the second time or sometimes even the fifth time. I'm somebody that needs somebody who's patient to teach me how to do it. And of course, the first day I was doing it, there was a lot of steps for it. Basically, what I do is when I first come in, I have my own little cart, and I go around the warehouse looking for different items for a certain order that somebody made, and these can be anything from T-shirts to pins to sometimes we have a small little die-cast trucks or cars or whatever. There's buttons, there's stickers, there's just a lot of different random things, and they're all from different places. Like we get stuff from there's an area in the warehouse that's just for Viacom. So anything that's under that Viacom owns, like MTV, we have like MTV notebooks for the MTV Movie Awards. We have stuff like that. I know there's we get Lego sets that there was one time where I had to do just a couple of days ago actually I had to put a Lego set in a box. We even get some stuff from TV shows. Like I actually saw a whole box of Dexter bobbleheads, which is pretty cool. So we get a lot of just different random items, and basically what I do is I just get a bunch of them together and I make that order and I basically put them in boxes. The boxing isn't too hard. It's kind of difficult for me to remember exactly like, okay, so I have this many items, so these will fit into this size box. I'm still kind of struggling with that, but not too much. I think I've pretty much gotten it down. And then after that, I just tape it up and then I take it over to the conveyor belt for it to be shipped out. So, there are a lot of steps to it, but once I started getting it down, it's become easier and easier, and by Friday, I pretty much got it. I was doing really well with it. I still have trouble trying to decide on what box to use because, there's some small boxes like 11 inches up to, I think the biggest box we have is 19 or 20 something. So there's just different size boxes, and that's really what I've just been kind of struggling with. But for the most part, I've been doing good. Since I've been working with Bill, he's been taking a good amount of the orders, so I haven't really had a whole lot of orders, and I've been having more smaller orders, but he wants me to get into doing like bigger orders, because we do get some pretty big orders. I know a few days ago, he had an order that was like over 1,000 pieces, so I'll eventually start getting into that, but he wanted to take it sort of easy with me the first week, things are doing good, and it's a good paying job as well. Like I said, $10 an hour. I get paid every 2 weeks. And I'll be working. I haven't worked a 10-hour day yet, but I have worked a 9. But I'll mostly be working 8-hour days, which is fine. I'm gonna get all holidays off. Like I'm getting off on the 4th. So that's great. The only holiday that I won't get off will be Halloween, but I'm gonna put in for that off because Halloween is. I want Halloween off, and then we have a Christmas Eve and day off, and this year Christmas Eve falls on a Monday, So I'll have that weekend off, and then I'll have, Christmas Eve and day off. So that's a 4-day weekend right there. Sort of a 4-day break in December. Thanksgiving, get that off. All the major holidays, which is really great. And then some holidays that basically every bank holiday, like, Memorial Day and things like that. So, that's really, really great. So yeah, things have just been going good. It's I know that Bill, like I said, he hasn't been giving me too many big orders, so I know that once I go in tomorrow, it is going to be that's when it's going to start getting a little bit harder. I have been talking with a few of my coworkers, and I have met one guy named Alex who's really into movies as well. So it's kind of nice to be able to talk to him. I know back at Big Lots, I talked to Justin a lot, and I have been keeping in touch with him. We're still going to be going out and shopping for movies whenever we get a chance. We'll just have to be doing it on the weekend. But I am glad that I've met somebody else that enjoys movies as well. So I'll be sure to be able to talk to him about movies and stuff. So for the most part, it's been going good, and I guess we'll just have to see after a couple weeks. Just hopefully by then I'll be I'll be able to get the boxes down and get them taped up and everything. Cause I got to make the boxes and then just tape up the the bottom of it. I don't have to tape up the top, cause after you put the order on a conveyor belt, then the people that are working the conveyor belts, they have to look at the order and make sure that I did everything right on it. So for the most part, it's been going good, and I'm happy with where I'm at now. I'm glad that I've been able to find a job that pays me well, and I'm getting the hours I need. Of course, I still do miss Big Lots. We actually went to Big Lots yesterday, and I do plan on still going back there just to say hi to everybody. And if there's ever anything that I want to, if there's anything that we need that we can get from Big Lots, then I want to go back to Big Lots and get it there, because even though I have a new job, Big Lots still means a lot to me. The people there still mean a lot to me, and they always will. They were my first job, so I'll definitely keep going back there and saying hi to them. But for the most part, everything's going great. So yeah, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my Blu-ray and DVD update. Now, like I said, I really don't have a whole lot to show off. I only have 2 DVDs and 3 Blu-rays, but one of the Blu-rays is a Scream Factory Blu-ray set that I got from Walmart of all places. My Walmart usually doesn't get in Scream Factories or anything. I think the only other Scream Factory I've seen there was the DVD release of Day of the Dead. And I figured that the reason why they got that is because, Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, those are movies that even people who are not huge horror fans, those are movies that people know. Like Day of the Dead is a movie that I'm sure, even if you're not a big horror fan, you know about Night of the Living Dead, so you know Day of the Dead. So I think that's the reason why we got that. I do know that at other Walmarts, they sometimes get in other Scream Factories or Arrow, but as far as mine, not so much. I also have a pretty cool French DVD release of Halloween 4 as well as a few comedies. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Blu-ray and DVD update portion of this video. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show is this French DVD of Halloween 4, and I picked this up on eBay, and the reason why I wanted to pick this up is because I love this cover. I've been wanting to get, other releases of the Halloween films. As you guys have been seeing, I've been getting a lot of releases of the original Halloween, and even though I love collecting as many releases as I can of the first one, I also want to get other releases of the other sequels. Mostly Halloween 2 and 4 are definitely my favorites of the sequels. So I want to get, as many copies of those. But when I saw this, I knew I had to pick it up. Now, I absolutely love this cover. I love how it's completely different from, the classic image of Michael's mask and the house behind him. You got kind of this cartoon image of, Michael there with the knife, and you got the police car behind him. Up there it says Halloween 4. It says unfilmed Dwight H. Little. Very cool. And this wasn't too expensive. It was only like $8, $8 or $9. Halloween 4. And then here's the back. And I really do like the back. You know, you got the, you know, different Michaels there from that one scene. You know, of all the mirrors around in the. I mean, not that scene, but the scene when well, yeah, I think it's that scene with all the mirrors and the. You know, that little shop that Jamie goes into, and then also the scene when all the guys dress up as Michael to fool the police. And then you got Michael right there. And all the information. And you got a couple of shots, you know, you got that one shot of Dr. Loomis that they always use, and then a shot of Jamie right there, and a shot of the, you know, the truck there after it, when Michael makes his escape. And then something else is kind of cool. Right here, you can kind of see it, but there's actually the pumpkin of Halloween 2 right there behind the image, which I thought that was kind of funny. You know, just kind of a cool little thing. And then there's information. This is a PAL DVD, so I can't watch it, but I mostly got it just for collecting, you know. And then there's the DVD. It's white, so yeah, pretty cool release. I like it. I love the front cover. I love the back cover of, you know, all the guys that are dressed up as Michael trying to fool, you know, the police and Dr. Loomis. I like that in the back. I like that image right there. And I think it's kind of funny of how it also has that image of the Halloween 2 pumpkin. So yeah, there's the French DVD release of Halloween 4. Now up next, I'll show off something I actually got today from Goodwill. This is a movie I've never seen, so I thought I'd pick it up. But it's The Firm with Tom Cruise. Still sealed, which is why I picked it up. I don't usually buy DVDs at Goodwill unless they're in like really good condition and if they're a movie that I want to see. And so I figured for a sealed DVD, why not? You know, never seen it before and been wanting to check it out. Now I'm going to move on to the 2 Blu-rays. This first one I picked up from FYE, and that is City Slickers Collector's Edition. Another comedy I've never seen. But I really like the cast. You know, you got Billy Crystal, Daniel Stern. You know, this is just a comedy that I've heard is really fun, and really looking forward to checking it out. You know, it's a classic comedy. Then I'm going to show off something that I picked up from Big Lots. And that is Drillbit Taylor. And this is actually a Canadian Blu-ray release of this. I have seen this movie, and I do enjoy it. I think it's a pretty fun one. And I am a fan of Owen Wilson. But as you can see right here, it says Extended Survival Edition. And then underneath it, it's written in, I want to say French. I'm not really sure, but there's the back. And, you know, it has all the, you know, it has like, you know, the synopsis of the film. And then there it is written again in that language, and then got the special features, and then down right here is the Canadian, you know, Canadian rating logo right there. But like I said, I really do enjoy this movie. You know, sometimes we get in Canadian releases of movies at Big Lots. You know, just every occasionally. Like I know we had a I believe it was a Canadian release of what was it? Not Bruno, Bull Rat. Yeah, we had one of that, and the title of it wasn't even in English. So yeah, we sometimes get these in at Big Lots. But yeah, Drillbit Taylor, really fun movie, really enjoy it. And the last thing I'm going to show is definitely the coolest thing of this update. Like I said, I found this at Walmart, which was really cool because I don't usually find stuff like this at Walmart. So when I saw it, I was really excited. And this was only $30, which is really good because usually this goes for about $35 online. But it is the Amityville Horror Trilogy. I absolutely love this cover. And like I said, this is the Scream Factory Blu-ray set of the first 3 movies. I have seen all 3 of them, and I absolutely love them. You know, the Amityville Horror is a classic horror film. And I actually think Amityville 2 is a lot creepier. You know, I remember seeing, my aunt used to have a VHS set of the first 2 Amityville films, and I remember seeing Amityville 2 first and being so creeped out by it, and then watching the first one. I don't know, I guess I assumed that the first movie was just called Amityville, and then it was Amityville 2, and then the Amityville Horror was like the third film, and I'm not really sure why I thought that, but I remember Amityville 2 was so creepy, and the cover art of it is really creepy. I still have the VHS, and the Blu-ray uses the classic cover art as well. And Amityville 3D is pretty fun as well. It's that great. Let me give you guys a close-up of the box set. You got the Fly right there, the Amityville Horror Trilogy, and then you have, the main, cast from all three of the movies. Side right there. 3-disc set, Scream Factory Blu-ray. It's just the top. And here's the back. And one thing that's cool is that it has Amityville 3D is in 3D. It's not a 3D Blu-ray. The Blu-ray of it has the 2D and 3D version of it. But this is the first time that the 3D version of it was included on a home video release. Let me go ahead and take these Blu-rays out. I'm sure you guys have seen unboxings of this set when it first came out, but yeah, got the original poster artwork. First right here we have the Amityville Horror. For God's Sake, Get Out. Very, very cool. And then on the inside it has some pretty cool like promotional posters right there, and then different images from the film, which obviously I just love. I love that they did this. I've noticed that whenever Scream Factory, if they don't have new commissioned artwork, and if they just use the classic poster artwork, then they'll usually have like on the inside like an image from the movie or just different images, and I like that. But yeah, love the original cover or the original poster for the Amityville Horror. And then here is Amityville 2: The Possession, and like I said, I think that the poster for this one is so much creepier than the original. I think this movie is a lot creepier than the original. Now this was on the front of my aunt's VHS release. So it was just this image right here, and it said Amityville 2: The Possession on the top. I do have a VHS of it, but it uses this cover as its it uses this image as its cover, and then it has this down right here. Just talking about the night on February 5th, 1976. George and Kathleen Lutz and their 3 children. They fled their home, and then talks about well, before that another family moved in and they weren't so lucky. But yeah, I think that this is one of the best horror sequels in my opinion. I think it's just as creepy as the original, if not more creepy. And yeah, I actually watched the original more than this one because this one still creeps me out. Open it up, and once again, got the disc, and you got all the different images. That image right there always creeps me out. There you go. And the last one is Amityville 3D, which honestly I think the cover is a little bit cheesy. You got the house and you got this giant hand coming out. I remember this one just being more fun than I think creepy or anything. It's only rated PG. And it's not a great movie, but I think out of the Amityville movies, it's one of the better movies I think in the franchise. There's the disc. There's more different artwork, and there's a scene of the demon sort of coming out of the well, and there's the cast. So yeah, very, very happy I found this, and like I said, guys, this is only $30 at Walmart, so it's about $10 a Blu-ray for 3 Scream Factory Blu-rays, which I think is really good. And like I said, I've only seen it at on Amazon for I'd say about $35. So you'd be paying about $40. So it's $10 less at Walmart. So and like I said, I know that a lot of Walmarts, like my Walmart hardly ever gets anything like this. So you're always taking a gamble when you see something like this, which is why I was so surprised to get this because. My Walmart hardly ever gets in Scream Factories or Era videos, but other Walmarts do, so it really just depends on, I guess, where you live. But yeah, that's my update right there, so thank you guys for watching. I did post that I got the Amityville Horror Trilogy in a movie group that I'm in, and somebody was asking, I wonder why they just had the first 3 Amityville movies and not the others, because there's like a whole series. Honestly, I just think that the first 3 Amityville movies are probably the most recognizable for people that, even for people that are not horror fans, they know about the Amityville Horror. They probably know there's a sequel, and they probably know there's a third one. So I guess that's why they chose to just have the first 3 movies in a set. I'm sure if they tried to put out all the movies, that would be way too much, because there's like 14 Amityville movies now? Like, there's a ridiculous amount of, movies in the series, counting the original, counting the remake and then counting the new one that just came out. There's like so many. It's one of the longest lasting horror franchises, I think. Same thing with Children of the Corn, because I know 88 Films put out a Blu-ray set of the first 3 movies, and of course there's like 10 or 11, I think, in the series now, and so obviously it's kind of odd that they put the first 3. I know some people probably thought it was, but honestly, I think the first 3 are the best ones of the series, and I think that that's one reason why that they put out a set that has all 3. So I understand it, and I understand why Scream Factory put out the first 3 in a set. I think it's the same thing. I haven't seen all the Amityville movies. I think I've seen the first 4, and then Dollhouse, and then the remake. So if any of the other ones are good, let me know down below, because I haven't seen any of the other ones. As far as Children of the Corn, I have not seen Genesis. I have not seen Genesis, and I have not seen The Dweller or the remake. I've heard the remake's not good, but I have not seen Genesis or The Dweller, but I've seen the first 7. And for the most part, I think the Children of the Corn franchise is a pretty good franchise. But anyway, I'm getting carried away. Thanks to everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Let me know what you guys think about everything I picked up. And yeah, I just wanted to do this quick update just to show off, everything I picked up, and also talk a bit about my job. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching. As always, if you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, I'll leave the links down below, and I'll also leave it in the comment section. And I'll also leave a link down below to my Facebook group, my movie collecting Facebook group, if you want to join that. Thanks everyone for watching. This will probably be my last video until maybe next week. I might try to get a video up, but like I said, I'm going to be working 8 hours a day, so it might not happen. So if this is my last video for the if I don't post anything next week, then I hope everyone has a great 4th of July, and I'll see you guys next time.